Hello to all of you, my great students in the 10th grade. How are you today? Welcome back to my English lesson. I am your English teacher, Iman Al-Jafari at Al Farouk Academy. Are you ready to start our lesson today? Okay, let's go. The title of our lesson today is Inversion. In this lesson, you are going to know the meaning of inversion. You are going to understand the structure of inversion in English and the use of inversion. Okay, so let's start our lesson now. Look at this picture. If I ask you, where did he sit? You can answer, Jim sat under the table. So the normal order of any sentence in English is subject, verb, and complement, which is the adverb of a place here in this sentence. In our lesson today, I am going to teach you another way by which you can make your sentence more attractive to read, which is you can say, under the table sat Jim. Again, under the table sat Jim. What did we do? We use the opposite word order, okay? So we start our sentence with the adverb of place, then the main verb, and the last step is the subject. So we have two ways in English to say the sentence. The first one is the normal order, subject, verb, complement. The second structure or the second word order to make my sentence more attractive, you can use the opposite word order. In our lesson today, you are going to know that inversion means to change the normal word order of your sentence to make it more dramatic or attractive or noticeable. Okay, what do you mean by dramatic? Dramatic means noticeable or attractive to read. Okay, so how can I change the normal order of my sentence, subject, verb, complement, into another word order to make my sentence more attractive? Let's have another example. When we say, the rocket flew up. Okay, the rocket is the subject, flew the main verb, and up is an adverb of place. To make this sentence more attractive or dramatic, the inverted statement will be, excellent, up flew the rocket. Again, up flew the rocket. By using this structure, you make your sentence more attractive to read. Okay, now I am going to start with, when can we invert the subject and verb? We have, in our lesson today, you are going to know two cases by which the subject and verb are inverted. Let's start with the first one. Look at the picture. When we say, the children dived into the pool. The children is the subject, dived is the main verb, and into the pool is the adverb of place. As I told you before, you can make this sentence more attractive or dramatic by using the opposite structure. Here we have 1, 2, and 3. The children dived into the pool. You can use the opposite word order, which is, into the pool dived the children. Okay, by using the opposite structure or the opposite word order, you make your sentence more attractive. Now, my question to you, how can we invert the subject and verb in this sentence? As you know, the subject is the first step, and then we have the verb. Why do we have the verb before the subject in the second sentence? The rule says that when an adverb of a place comes at the beginning of the sentence, which is into the pool, when the adverb of a place comes at the beginning of your sentence, the subject and verb are inverted. Okay, so you can invert the subject and the verb if your sentence starts with the adverb of place. Okay, the second case, look at this picture. When we say, open the door, my sister asked. Again, open the door, my sister asked. Here we have a direct speech and quotation marks. After quotation marks, we have the subject of the reporting phrase and the verb. In this case, we can invert the subject and the verb of the reporting phrase. So, what can we say? We can say, open the door, asked my sister. Okay, so by using this structure, the subject and verb are inverted. So the second case, when you have a direct speech, after the direct speech, you have a reporting phrase. So the rule says that we can invert the subject and the verb of the reporting phrase. Okay? But here I have an important rule that you are going to pay attention to, which is my important note here. When we say open the door, she asked. Here, the subject of the reporting phrase is she, which is a pronoun, okay? So, if the subject is a pronoun, can we invert the subject and the verb? Can we say, open the door, asked she? So, no, we cannot say, okay? So, the rule says that if the subject is a pronoun, again, if the subject is a pronoun, like here, she, he, they, we, there is no inversion. You cannot invert the subject and the verb, okay? So, in our lesson today, we learned that you can invert the subject and the verb if your sentence starts with an adverb of place, and if you have a reporting phrase, you can invert the subject and the verb. But pay attention to, if the subject is a pronoun, there is no inversion. Okay, did you understand my lesson? So let's start with this practice. The first practice in our lesson, rewrite the following sentence using the inversion rules. I am going to give you a sentence that contains two clauses, okay? The first clause is, the man ran up to the door and then he went in. Let's start with the first clause. The man is the subject, ran is the main verb, and up to the door is the adverb of place. You can use the opposite word order, which is 3, 2, 1, to make or to invert this sentence. Okay, so to make your sentence more attractive, you can say, up to the door ran the man. Look at the second clause. When you say, he went in, notice here the subject is excellent pronoun. Can we invert the subject and the verb if the subject is a pronoun? No. So the second clause will be, and then in he went, not went he. Why can't we invert the subject and the verb here? Because the subject is a pronoun. So if the subject is a pronoun, there is no inversion. So the correct answer will be, up to the door ran the man, and then in he went, not in went he. It is incorrect. Another practice. Here I have a reporting statement, and I want you to give us another way to say it, okay? I don't like the cake, John exclaimed. So we can say, I don't like the cake, excellent, exclaimed John. Okay, so the correct answer will be, I don't like the cake, exclaimed John. Okay, I hope you did understand my point in our lesson today. Okay, thank you very much, my dear students. I will stop here. Please revise the lesson well, and if you have any question, you can send me a message. Thank you very much again.